Hey, I wanted to talk about the final exam week folder. Specifically, you've got two things to do plus a bonus. First thing, the business plan. We've been writing it the last several weeks. It's got 5 parts to it. Remember, we did parts 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In those, I was giving you feedback on what to go back in and fix and do and whatever. That way, when it comes time to turn in this business plan during finals week, you've actually already done it, and all you're doing is making the edits that I suggested. So if you've done all of that, this is not hard or time consuming. It has to be in one document. Let me start off with that. So I did put a full business plan outline document together for you, and it's in the assignment itself. You can use that if you want to keep everything organized. First things first, delete my directions inside that document. Your job is to create a business plan, not including the instructions that I have. You do want to leave paragraph headers though. Most of us are used to writing English essays and research papers and things like that. But when you write business documents, it's different. And the easiest way for me to say it is everything has to be labeled. You would get marks counted off in your English class. I know that. And so this goes against everything that anybody's ever taught you. Everything has to be labeled in a business plan. Everything. And so I have paragraph headers in there, and you would need to use those. You don't have to use mine. You can create your own, obviously. But if there aren't paragraph headers, I'm not entirely sure what it is that you're trying to say. And I say that because in the assignment, you're going to see that there's 10 things that I'm grading you on. 8 of them or so you've already done. Business description, problem statement, target market, pricing, placement, promotion, startup costs. Don't redo any of that. Fix the mistakes that you made or that I asked you to fix or edits or whatever it was, but you're not rewriting that. Fix what I asked you to fix and then copy and paste that and put it in the outline. Leave the paragraph header. So it's going to say business description. And then right below it, you're pasting your business description. Delete my instructions though. I left the instructions in there so if you missed one of those assignments, you wouldn't forget to go back and do it as you were putting it together. But you will need to delete the instructions. You input your business description there instead of the instructions. Leave the paragraph header. You will need a cover page on the first page. So make sure that you put a cover page. You insert a cover page. If you have a logo for a business that you are already creating, perfect. That's the perfect thing to do here. Put it on the cover page. Make it great big. As long as your name's on it, I'm happy. Just put a cover page. If you don't have a logo, if this is not a real business that you want to open and you don't want to create a logo, fine. You still have to have a business. You still have to have a cover page, but it can be simple as your name, the name of our class, the words final business plan, and then the date, and then turn that in. Last, you're going to be graded on grammar, spelling, etc., and your formatting. So if you're doing a list, use bullets or numbers. If you are indenting paragraphs, indent all of them. If you're not indenting any paragraphs at all, but have multiple paragraphs, make sure that there is one line between the paragraphs. You need to be able to break them down to where they can be deciphered as separate. Don't give me 3 paragraphs all on one page, and they're all running together. Formatting, I'm not going to get too big on formatting as long as it looks neat. If you're making a list, use bullets. If you are, if you're not indenting your paragraphs, and you don't have to, just make sure that there's a line between the paragraphs. Make sure that the paragraph headers, where it says business description, target market, on and on and on, make sure those line up, along the left side of your page. I don't want them, all over the place. You don't actually have to align them on the left side of the page. You can center them, but if you're going to do that, use the center button, not your space bar. And that's really it. Like I said, you've done all of the work. You have done all of it. If you've done those 5 business plan parts that we've been putting together, you're done. You just have to go back and make the edits that I suggested. Those edits are in the grade book waiting on you if you haven't read them yet. So before you turn this in, make sure you go and do that. So biggest 2 things on this is it has to all be in one file. Do not reattach all 5 of your documents back in this assignment. That's not what this is. We were compiling a short business plan. It should all be on one document. It may end up being 2 or 3 pages. Totally fine. But I don't want you to resubmit the same files over. I need all of that compiled into one. And the second thing that I would say that's the most important is paragraph headers. Do not ask me to go hunt for what I think might be. I think this is your target market. Is this your business description? And starting the sentence off with my business description is not going to help, because you should never start a business document with a sentence like that. My business description is my problems. That's not how we write this. And for everyone that did turn in something like that, I gave you feedback and said, hey, we don't start that paragraph with my business description is. We start it with the name of our business and we explain and describe. So we don't want to say my target market is. We say XYZ's, April's Boutique's target is. So either way, use paragraph headers. I think I've got all of it graded and handed it back to you. I may have a few startup costs left to grade, but I'll work on those this morning. So you should have feedback on all of that. What else? I guess that's it for that. Last, you have a final exam. This final exam is worth 200 points. It's important, and here's why it's important. 100 of it is the final exam. The second 100 of it will replace one of the zeros that you have on a 100-point assignment. So if you didn't do quiz 7, the score you make on this will be counted twice. Once for the final exam and once for a missing 100-point assignment. So if you're missing something, this is important. It's important anyway, but the points are important. So keep that in mind. Both of these things are due on the 10th of December at midnight and not a minute later. I will actually shut it all off at midnight. So I am not going to wake up on Monday the 11th and say, let me reopen that for so-and-so. I need you to work on this early because I have at most 48 hours to get all of it graded by hand and sent back and then grades published. And so I am pretty lax on deadlines, and you know that, but it's finals and those deadlines are done. And so the due date is the 10th. Last, you have a bonus assignment to do, and that bonus assignment is very simple. Attach a screenshot of your spring schedule. That's it. If you haven't been advised and made your spring schedule yet, you better get on it. Make your spring schedule and attach a screenshot of that schedule. It's very simple. If you are graduating this semester, you will have gotten an email from the graduation coordinator talking about they're auditing your profile or your transcript or something, or you would have gotten an email about ordering caps and gowns, or there would have been at least one email in your inbox talking about graduation. If you are graduating in December, attach that email to the bonus assignment and we'll count that. Okay? Outside of that, this semester didn't go as I planned. I'm not going to lie to you. I've been teaching a very long time, and I wish it would have gone better. I know a lot of you were struggling too because you reached out and told me. A lot of you didn't reach out and tell me, and I could see you were struggling too. I guess this was the semester of struggling, but I can tell you this one takes the taco on hard ones. Man. Anyway, I'm glad it's over. Most of you I will see next semester. So it'll be better and wonderful, and we will do great. I hope you have a wonderful break. If you have questions on the business plan or the final exam, ask them before the weekend starts, because although I will be checking email, if you start all of this Sunday evening at 10 p.m., I'm not going to get it. So just know I am here to answer the questions or meet with you or whatever. I am here for it all week, but don't wait till the last minute. Okay, go forth, do wonderful things. You're going to be fantastic. I have the utmost faith that you're going to do great. Also, before I forget, the final exam is not in Stukent. It's actually in Blackboard. But the business plan and the final exam itself is in Blackboard. So keep that in mind. It's not in Stukent. Anyway, I'm going to go. I hope you have a great finals week. If you want to do these things early, you're welcome to do them starting today. If you need to knock these out because you've stayed up and you're caught up on everything and you just want to go ahead and submit the business plan and hurry up and take the final, great. Great. Okay. So, you have until the 10th though. That's the deadline, the 10th at midnight. So good luck. Reach out if you need me, and we will talk very soon.